I never really knew that she could dance like this. She make a man wanna just como te llama, si, bonita, si. Shakira, Shakira. Happy motherfucking Friday. Anybody else going to the clubs tonight? I mean, we going to the comedy clubs tonight. Hell yeah, we are. We getting that dopamine hit from them laughs. Fuck yeah. What's up? What's poppin'? How y'all doing? Welcome. Everybody. How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all being here right now on a Friday. We going to be live for the next 45 minutes to an hour. Your boys got to maybe not bounce early, but normally we stay on like a little longer till like 6 p.m. Probably can't do that tonight because I got a pretty quick turnaround. Half hour after the stream, I got to be doing some stuff in terms of updating projections. I got to be doing some stuff in terms of cleaning up some stuff around the house, and I got to bounce on over to the comedy club. How y'all doing? A little Spanish to start the stream. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Yo. Fuck these cuts, man. These cuts, my man. Max Homa couldn't make the 8-foot putt. Not making the cut. Damn. How y'all doing? National Unicorn Day. We feeling that? Evan's in the chat. I wish no clubs or anything here. Everything's got to close by 9 p.m. Yeah, I'm not going to like a dance club, although we've been to them outdoor ones the last couple of weeks. Real life is finally returning to America, to the North America, the America that we live in. America, if people are not catching on to that. Real life's finally returning. We're having a good day. Middleton and Portis locks. Portis, yeah. Middleton, real good play. But we have to see what happens with some other guys in this slate. If Clint Capella's out, I mean, it's going to be Portis and probably Double O as the locks at the center and power forward spots. Middleton, a really good play. Middleton's my number 3 ranked play overall right now, behind Bobby Portis and Onika if Clint Capella was to miss. Milwaukee's updated minutes are now on the screen with Giannis and Holiday now ruled out. We can take them on out of there. Middleton looks great. Will Middleton shoot? That's the thing. I mean, he shot 7 of like 20-something last night. So, I mean, Middleton shooting 20-something% is not going to happen again. So, a lock for Middleton, real good fucking play. I mean, he should be $9,500 now. Sam Merrill, 3K flat for the Bucks. Any interest? I believe he is starting. Do we have starting news for the Bucks? I mean, I have Merrill at 4 minutes. Obviously, if he starts, we can change that. But do we have starting news for the Bucks? I don't think I saw a starting lineup for the Bucks yet. So, yeah, I don't know if he'll start. I'm not projecting. I mean, I gave him 4 minutes, so I'm clearly not projecting him to start. I don't know if you've got an inside source telling you that he's starting or something. Didn't start last night with all these guys out. Didn't even play a minute last night. Now, obviously, Drew Holiday's out, so that adds in, 30-something more minutes that are going to be out of the rotation, not just Giannis. But they have a lot of guys there that can carry that load, right? So they have a lot of guys there. Giannis' brother, they have Bryn Forbes, of course, now. They have Pat Connaughton. They have Jeff Teague now. So I don't think Sam Merrill's getting a lot of run tonight. Hey, yo, happy Friday, Sal. My man Derek's in the chat. My man Derek. We had 2. Not 1, not 2. 2 people shout out to me via the DMs. My man Derek was one of them. I'm not going to blow up his spot too much. Derek says, feel free to use my screenshots for promotion. I'm not going to retweet him or anything, but I'll just say what he said. Derek yesterday turned $100 into $1,000. Yes, count them 4. Not 1, 2, 3. Almost your whole damn hand. If we count in the thumb, not as a finger, your whole finger's on your left hand or your right hand, whichever one's your favorite. Derek turned $100 Rooskies into $1,000 Rooskies yesterday on Prize Picks. Somebody turned 75 into 1,000. It was basically from the plays on the stream, right? We were talking about the under on Satoransky. Then the ones that we liked the most was Drummond's over. We like Bobby Portis' over. Hardenstein's over. And we said Chris Boucher, if he's starting, the over. He ended up starting. Nice to see. So, yeah. Prize Picks has been good for a lot of people. 2 people reaching out, turning 10xing their money overnight. That's just from reaching out. Discord, a couple other people. So happy to see that. Shout out Derek, my man, in the chat. Sorry. Sign up for Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, hit up Patreon if you guys want to. The Discord currently has on Patreon right now the top 10 plays based on my projection differences as it stands right now for Prize Picks, and obviously has a lot of communication and chat going around that. So right now with the Big Energy Optimizer up, I need to refresh the screen since I just updated some projections for the Milwaukee guys, of course. Let's start to build some lineups out. We're going to just build 50 lineups out right now see what the chalk lineups look like today, right? What do you think about playing Goga and Onika and a lineup together in single entry? Would you do it if Domantas Sabonis is out? I have no interest in Goga Badeas today unless Sabonis is out. I don't care that Miles Turner is out. Sabonis is going to start at the 5 today, right? If he plays. So I'm projecting Sabonis in right now. The second you get news that Sabonis is out, then yes, Goga is going to look really good. Your chalk lineups are going to be Goga and Onika if Clint Capella misses, and Bobby Portis in the power forward spot. Like, that's going to be the chalk of all chalk tonight. My allergies starting to spike up. I got to take an allergy pill. Fucking hate these allergies around here. It's crazy. Never had to deal with this in the Northeast. Alrighty, let's see. First career start. He has butterflies in his stomach, says Amir. What do you mean? Who has butterflies in his stomach? So I don't know what we're seeing with these butterflies in his stomach. Fellas, and ladies, let's get some Dollarooskies and smash that like button, my guy. Let's do it, my Jay. Jay Tress, what's up, boss man? Hey, yo, what's up, Crash and Burn? Somebody says, fade him. Who are we fading? What's we talking about right now? Oh, baby, when you talk like that, Sal. What's up, Andrew? Sal, great day. How you motherfucking doing? Yavi. I'm doing fucking good, my man. We doing fucking good today. What's motherfucking popping? Yo, Dale, yo. The weekend move, let's go. Thanks for the Dollarooskies last night. Give me a top 4 plays on Prize Picks. I got the under on Goga. Yeah, the under on Goga is only in play. I'm not betting anything on Goga yet until we get news on Sabonis. It's a no touch it because if Sabonis is in or if Sabonis is out, I don't want to probably touch it. Over on Embiid so far look good. Yeah, those look good. So this is going to be what lineups look like. We'll talk about Prize Picks in a little while once some more people hop up into the stream today. Pick one for a 2,400 person GPP today. Beal, Trae Young, or Vucevic. Give me Trae Young. Hey, Sal and DK, with Beal likely to play, does Westbrook now maybe a good fade? Curry and Embiid with Middleton, your thoughts? I think Curry and Embiid with Middleton, that's all fine. Westbrook's not something I'm looking to fade. Westbrook for me is my highest projected player on the slate tonight. So even with Beal in, I've been projecting Beal in. I have Westbrook projected for about 2 more points than anybody else tonight. So he is a yes still for me. Fellas, happy Friday, y'all. Richard, what's up, boss man? Brooks can't make anything. Yeah. Shit's not looking good in the golf streets right now. Shit is not looking good in them golf streets right now for me. 4 to 6 in my main lineup. Not going to be great. Cantley absolutely just died out there on the putting surface. So Cantley's died on the putting surface, and actually Cantley couldn't hit fairways. Not even the putter. He just couldn't hit fairways. So Cantley died there. Homa played a decent round today. Just couldn't get it done. Decent round on the back nine at least. Gutted it out. Couldn't get me there. Is Jeff Teague going to be good chalk? If he's chalk, no. Salmon Man, caught you on the drive to work. Playing light tonight. Cramming the Bucks and crossing fingers, Ma. Let's go. Yeah, I'm playing light tonight as well. I'm not going to be around from 7 to 9 p.m., so there's no way I'm playing heavy. I won't even have access to technology. I won't be able to actually take my phone out of my pocket and adjust things, so I'm playing extremely light in case some major news breaks, which obviously it could. Please tell me how to find your Discord, says Kyle. It's only for Patreon members. Yeah, there's a link. If you're a Patreon member, there's a link at the top of Patreon. So these are going to be the chalky lineups today. This is if I don't put any randomness. This is just what cash lineups will look like, but let's start to build off of this into some GBP lineups. But yeah, the Discord's at the top of Patreon. When you go to the posts, the April 2021 update, I do it every single month we've been doing the last couple months, updating you for any new additions, any things to look out for, and just some reminders. One of the reminders in there is the Discord access and how to get into it if you're a Patreon only. Okiki will get career highs in points, rebounds, and assists today if he starts. Yeah, if Clint Capella's out, he'll look really good. He's my number 1 play, assuming Clint Capella's out. I'm East Coast of Canada, no sign of normalcy. Terrible, man. You got to move them. Look, man, we ain't gonna tell you how to feel about what's going on right now. But now that 50+% of the nation is vaccinated, I mean, if you're still treating it as if we're still a year ago, if you're in a place that's still treating it as if it's a year ago, it's not a year ago, my man. It's not a year ago. We didn't have no vaccine a year ago. Now we got a vaccine, and 50% of the nation, at least United States, I don't know about Canada, is vaccinated, and the most high risks are vaccinated. Yeah, it's a totally different story than a year ago. A year ago, I'd be like, yeah, play it safe. But now we can start to have a nice time. Summer's coming. Get outside. Do your thing. Mental health matters. Don't be isolated no more. The shit's over. We Gucci. If you think you're getting the bare minimum 12 pieces of flair from Sal today, think again. This man brings the flair. The fucking flair. Yo. The flair. Hey, I like that. Ric Flair beat go. Woo on a bish. What's up? What are the minutes? So we got Milwaukee's minutes up. What's the questions we got? I wish I could do it, but no luck. Ooh, no luck. What you mean? Awesome, Derek. Congrats, brother, for sure. Sal, if you already answered this, you think in single entry tournaments, Middleton is fadeable today? It depends what the rest of your lineup is. Are you already playing Bobby Portis chalk? Are you already playing Onika chalk? Then yeah, you can get away from Middleton if you want to. Middleton does look like the best small forward option on the slate, though, so that's really tough. Dame time killed me on prize picks when they pulled the starters. Yeah, brutal. No prize picks in Maryland is brutal. Love the show, says Dr. Ben Juice. What's up, boss man? How you doing? We're all mad at Middleton in the Discord. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing with Middleton. If you're going to treat his last night performance, now with no Drew Holiday, everything you wanted out of Middleton, you got last night except him making shots. If you tell me Middleton tonight is going to shoot 30 fucking times like he did last night, it's going to be a no-brainer. It already is a no-brainer. That's why the ownership is coming in on him. If Middleton goes back-to-back nights of shooting 20%, he could still probably get you there at $8,000, right? That's how crazy this is. Is there a risk for a blowout? Of course, there always is in every single game, right? But yeah, this is going to be a very, very, very nice spot for Mr. Middleton. So these are going to be the chalk lineups, right? You're going to get Bobby Portis. You're probably going to get Jeff Teague as a punt if you're just playing cash games. These are going to be some chalky lineup. Jaylen Brown's actually a decent pivot. Robert Williams. We'll see what happens with Goga Bideas today. But these are going to be somewhat of the chalkier builds today. So we can start to get away from that by adding in some randomness on the Big Energy Optimizer. If you ever have any questions about the tool that I'm using behind me, it is my Optimizer. We continue to try and add some tools to it and features. So if you want to try it out, you can. It's linked down below on the Patreon. All right, so let's add in randomness. Let's put a shit ton of randomness. Let's put 40% randomness on, 3 uniques and 3 guys from a team. Let's actually go 2 guys from a team for right now, just so we don't get a lot of Jeff Teague lineups with like Bobby Portis and Middleton, because that'll be like the only things that pop up. So let's just go with 2 guys from a team for right now, and we'll let that build. Finally, come watch the live stream because I don't have class. It's fire. Keep it up, man. Duncan Harris. I appreciate that, my man. I appreciate that a ton. Zaltor's is cooking right now. Yeah, Zaltor's having himself, Willie Z having himself a good time. 6 for 24 was Middleton was insane. Yeah, so I'm not going to do the math on that one for you, but I assume 6 for 20 or 6 for 27. I assume that's like 18% or something, right? I didn't look up the exact number. I just know that it was below 25%. Because 6 for 24 is your quick math right there. Stop Bag of Donuts. Curious if you play Jock Market. If so, what's your strategy and approach? Yeah, Jock Market has been a sponsor of this program. Yeah, I play Jock Market. I currently have a balance that I need to be playing in Jock Market, I believe, of like $100 or $200 that I keep forgetting about. Yeah, the approach is just, it's like any other market. A lot of people are going to be shooting for the value. A lot of people are going to be shooting for the pay-up guys in NBA. There's value in the middle. There's value in the middle in Jock Market every single night. You just have to be at the market before the IPO closes. Is John Rahm done? Is Mr. John Rahm done? Let's see. So what do we think the cut line is going to finish at? +3, +2? What do we think? Do we think it's stabilizing right now at +3? I would love it to get to +4 for Mr. Max Homa, but it doesn't seem like it's moving all that much. So we think this thing's going to get to +2? +3 seem to be holding on. So is John Rahm done? Somebody wants to ask me right now. Let's pull up where Johnny Rama is. Johnny Rama. So John Rahm is at +1. John Rahm's he's at +1 through 10. So what do you mean is he done? What are you talking about? John Rahm's completely fine right now to make the cut. Should I play Connaughton tonight? I'm not really there. Let's pull up some other minutes. We can pull up Minnesota's minutes tonight. I'm not really on Connaughton. Somebody says you have a blurry screen. I don't know what you're talking about, my man. I think you got the blurry screen on your end, Will. Who are the must starts tonight? Yeah, Bobby Portis. We have to see what happens with Clint Capella and Sabonis to know if their backups are going to be in play. And then Middleton looks really good. I'm in 18th in the $7 in your SuperDraft free contest so far. Nice, my man. Yeah, we're not even halfway done, so too soon to tell, but if you got all your guys through to the cut, you're looking good. How's your Friday? I'll keep the energy going. What's up, Red Man? My Friday's going well. We're going to be going out tonight, me and the girlfriend, going to a little bit of a comedy show, so it should be fun. So we got some randomness now on some of these lineups. Let's see what the value gets us. Wow, so we put a shit ton of randomness on, and look at this right away. You get a low on Kobe White. You get not that highly owned Jaylen Brown. You get Kevon Looney. So we put too much fucking randomness. Let's lower the randomness on this because your boys getting too much fucking randomness on the Kevon Looney lineups. So let's lower this randomness by about half. Got a little out of hand there, a little out of pocket. Canada's only like 10% vaccinated. Brutal. Still a year in the West Coast, Canada. Still a year ago in West Coast of Canada. Brutal. Meatballs or matzo balls? Meatballs for me. Levert with Brogdon and Sabonis out. Yeah, if they're both out, I'm projecting them both in right now. McDaniels on Minnesota viable tonight? Not for me. Not for me. Sal, where are we going on Prize Picks? Trying to 10x again, says Grant. You 10x Grand Attraction? Yeah, you hit that 10x. A lot of people hit that 10x. A lot of people hit that 10x button last night. Hey, I got some Prize Picks listed. We kind of have to wait on some news. Like Goga under 25 is a lock if Sabonis plays for me. I have him at 14.6, assuming Sabonis is in. The problem is we have to see, right? So we have to see what happens over there tonight. So like Goga over on Prize Picks tonight, they're projecting out Sabonis, it seems, when, Sabonis has missed the last couple games, so you could do that, but they're opening themselves up to really get hammered. Like the under on Goga, if Sabonis misses tonight, under 25 is just a lock. Like I have him at 14.6 if Sabonis is in because I'm expecting Sabonis to start at center and then probably Doug McDermott to 4, and then you just get backup minutes out of Goga for like 16 minutes, right? 18 minutes, 20 minutes if he's lucky, and he's not getting into 25. So Goga on the under. And then there's just a bunch of centers who look good. Like I have Julius Randle over 44. So if you guys are wondering what this is, it's Prize Picks. Bunch of people turned $100 to $1,000. Mr. Derek, I don't know if he's still in the chat, 75 into 750. A lot of people 10x last night because a lot of the center plays that we run. The Isaiah Hartenstein was, I think, the best play that you've seen on Prize Picks yet. Over 21, he gets 33. Basically gets in the first half. It looked clear as day. I don't know what they were projecting for over there. So the under on Goga, but we have to see what happens with Sabonis. But then there's just a lot of centers. Like I like Randall's over 44. I currently have Randall right now projecting out for about 47.5. I like Vooch over 43. I have him for 46.5. I like Jokic over 52. I have him for 55.5, right? So Embiid over 46. I have him for 50. So all these centers are basically over by about 3.5 or 4 points. And we get the benefit that there's an extra point on Prize Picks, an extra point for blocks. So the centers are where it's at right now. The only under that I think I like, is Goga right now, but we have to see what happens. There's a couple other guys that are in there that I think look decent. Steph, Trey, right? Some other guys. But the centers are where I like because it's easier for them to get you there because of their blocks upside for bonus points. This is Prize Picks again. You take the over-under on player props, fantasy points for specific sports. Obviously, NBA fantasy points here. You could use the code SAL. It's linked down below. Use the code SAL. Any money you put in, up to $100, they will match you. You put $20 in just to try it out, they'll give you 20 extra. Now you have double the bankroll all the way up to $100. We can talk about Prize Picks more a little bit later on, but that's kind of where I'm going right now. Also, actually, I didn't even mention the best play in the slate. If Goga was to start today, the best play in the slate is actually Kevin Porter. So we almost missed that. Kevin Porter Jr., I have him at 35.2 points. He is my best play in the slate right now. Goga Badeas will be the best play if you want to kind of get out ahead of it if Sabonis indeed starts today. So hopefully that helps. Anybody has a Isaiah Thomas if Lonzo's out? If he was to start, Lewis is probably going to miss. I think already ruled out as well. But let me know if anybody in here has a specific sweat going on for the Masters. We can kind of chat through that as well. Definitely can chat through that as well. If you have any specific sweats, sweaty. If you're sweaty today on the Masters, let me know. I mean, my sweat ended early with Max Homa YOLO balling me out of here. Unicorn lover always fade Kemba. Uh-oh. RIP DMX, very sad. Very sad. Definitely RIP DMX, very, very sad. No Giannis, though, Amir. No Giannis. If Capella's out, I like Okino. Yeah, he's my number one play if he's out. A 310 GPP score is guaranteed, somebody says. Goga or Lopez if no Sabonis? Goga. Lopez is never good, it seems. I don't know if I believe that. I mean, he's a big man that relies on three-pointers, which is pretty rare, but it's going to be that. Sweating Leishman, big time, huge day, made me rock hard. Sweating on Paul Casey right now. Yeah, where's Casey at? I faded Casey because of the ownership. I faded some guys. In the worst guy to choose was fucking Cantley. Like, out of all the guys, if I could have chose any of them, if you eat the chocolate Spieth, you're fine. If you play, I think Xander was fine. Or not, Xander I have. I believe Morikawa was fine, yeah. But Willie's, he's up there, man. He's up there right now in second place. Where is Casey? Let's see. Let's pull up the traditional leaderboard. Not this over-under bullshot. Casey right now is +3. You really sweating him. He's through 10 right now. I mean, I'm sorry, but I got 4 out of 6. I need to have the winner in the second and the third place guy, but I do also need the chalk to miss, like Casey. Just need Kim to keep making these putts. Bledsoe over on Prize Picks, not for me. I have him right around 27. Sal, my man, best SuperDraft picks today. Yo, boss man, what's going on? So top SuperDraft plays for me today. Steph Curry, 1.3x multiplier. He's my highest projected guy by 3 points. So then Embiid at a 1.3x is just way too high. Towns. Middleton now. Terry Rozier will be a quieter option over there, but a 1.45x multiplier hasn't changed since LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward went out. That makes no fucking sense. So Terry Rozier looks really good as well. As for another higher multiplier player, you'll get some upside out of a Bogdan Bogdanovic today, like it more if Capella's at 1.75x. But Rozier and Steph and Embiid look like the best options. My man Eric, or Evan, I said fucking Eric, my bad. My man Evan donates $10. $10 Rooskies. He says, just wanted to buy you a drink tonight. You the man. My man Evan is awesome. He always hops in when we're just on the chat. He's driving to work or coming back or at work, right? Doesn't matter. He's going to the bathroom. He's sneaking a little live stream action. What's going on? Hope you're all doing well. He's just a kind person, my man. Evan, I hope you're having a lovely day. Lovely start to your weekend. I appreciate that super chat. Any point guard from the Pelicans today? Any point guards from the Pelicans today? I don't like anybody from the Pelicans today. That can obviously change based on what happens with Lonzo and Ingram, but nothing right now for me. How many sports do you bet on? Me, everything besides college, because in the end I can't. I don't really like college anything. Like college football I could watch sometimes, but now that I'm out of college, out of Penn State, I don't really play college, I'll be honest with you. I don't bet on anything college. Currently, the sports that I bet on, I don't bet specifically on the NBA. I do player props through Prize Picks, and I do DFS. But straight out bets, right now all I'm doing is golf. I bet heavy on NFL and golf. NBA betting on those lines, for me, it doesn't make much sense. I don't think there's much of an edge. It's so fucking sharp. It's so fucking sharp. You were money on the Prize Picks yesterday. Hits over on Hardenstein, Portis, Drummond, and Boucher. Who's the play tonight? Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of people hit those exact same ones. Satoransky under. Yeah, a lot of people did well last night on Prize Picks. Love to see it. Love to see it. Alonzo and Ingram. We have to see. I don't want either of them. We'll have to see if they're in or not. Who are the prize picks options today? Yeah, I think the best play on prize picks, it's nowhere near the Hardenstein option yesterday. I think Kevin Porter's the best play on prize picks. No John Wall. 30 points is like I would have him projected close to 30 points if John Wall was in. So now no John Wall, the over 30 looks like the best option there. We have to see what happens with some other guys right now. Goga Badeas will look good as the under. I like Embiid's over. I like Randall's over. Some of the centers, right? Vooch is over. These centers look really good today as well. Not as elite as Hartenstein yesterday, but still solid options. Let's go into the optimizer now and start to see what some of these newer projected lineups look like. So now we got some new projected lineups coming out. I'm projecting currently in Malcolm Brogdon, so this is a different type of lineup today. If we start to add in some randomness there, right? Just Rose, 1.1% owned in your contest. Justin Rose, 1.25x. He's carrying me. Damn, 1.1% owned. That's crazy. That's crazy out of like 300 people. Wiggins or Draymond today? Give me Draymond. Still fine getting Sterling Brown? No, not for me. Don't really want much Sterling Brown. They pulled Goga as you were talking about it. Damn, they pulled Goga already? No fucking way. These motherfuckers be watching this stream? No, hopefully you got it. Hopefully you got it because I don't know if they'll refund that. Damn, they took Goga off. Look at that. Yeah, Goga was a clear under because Sabonis is going to give them a lot of leverage. Like if I'm on this stream right now and 50 people, or let's just say 10 people go and take the under, hopefully 50, there's 300 people watching on all platforms. If 50 people go and take the under, like they're at a pretty bad leverage point knowing that if Sabonis is out there about to lose all that money, like instantaneously, just because they set a improper line out there. Also, I'm sure a lot of people watching this already follow me on Twitter. I'm into the golf space. I'm very heavy into the NFL space. I'm going to start to produce NFL content probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks, like basically once the NFL draft's going, but I'm working on all the rookie profiles in the background for the upcoming draft guide and to do content on. But if you're not yet following me on Twitter, it's a little bit diverse, right? The NBA right now, love the PGA, love the NFL. That's where a lot of our stuff kind of boils down to. I'm also a big fan of the MMA. I play MMA DFS. We do some streams sometimes just for fun, but we have Manpreet on the channel doing content there. So yeah, we kind of keep it condensed to the sports that I like to cover, and thankfully other people do as well. Jeff Teague, good for DFS today. You know, Jeff Teague's never really somebody that I like to play. I assume you see the start on Jeff Teague today, but we'll have to see what that lineup looks like. But Jeff Teague's never really somebody that I'm dying to be playing. I'll be honest with you. If he carries ownership, not somebody I usually try and get to, and I can almost guarantee that Jeff Teague will be carrying ownership today because he's so fucking cheap, 3,200. But yeah, there's not many other value options if you're trying to play it all the way down. Like it's Jeff Teague, and that's really it. Like Jalen McDaniels doesn't look that good. Kent Bazemore doesn't look good. So yeah, when Jeff Teague from Milwaukee today projects out for me, let's see. Jeff Teague from Milwaukee today, he projects out for me for 19.6 fantasy points, which isn't even good. He's not projecting out for over 20 fantasy points. If he scores 19.6 today and you don't have him, you're not losing because you didn't play Jeff Teague, right? So yeah, Jeff Teague is not even a yes for me. He's clearly a really good play because he's cheap. But Jeff Teague, on my current player pool today, I have 44 players in my player pool. I have 17 yeses. Jeff Teague is not one of them. What is your updated top 10, please? Yeah, I can put the updated top 10 on the screen right now. I'm going to try and factor out all the maybes like we did yesterday. So this is the updated top 10 yeses as of right now. You can see the entire list on Patreon. You can see all the updated lists on Patreon. Tonight will be the, I believe, second night that I'm not going to be able to update anything in the 2 years of doing these projections because I will not have access to a phone from 7 to 9. Part of the show I'm going to, they say you have to fork over your phone. So I'll not be able to it. And then sometimes you got to live life and not update projections for 2 hours. So fingers crossed nothing will happen between 7 and 9, but I'm sure something will. So apologize for that. We put out the statement earlier today just so everybody knows. So this is currently my updated top 10. This is the updated top 10 on the screen right now. These are updated top 10 yeses. Just off the screen is Stephon Curry, Wendell Carter, and Zach LaVine. So these are 10 of my 17 yeses as it stands. This is projecting in Sabonis and Brogdon, out Clint Capella, and I think that's it in terms of the news that you have to know out of those. Do you see Tice getting similar minutes? Yesterday he had 27. No, not at all. I do not think Tice sees anywhere near that. I currently have Daniel Tice projected for very low minutes, and I could pull it up on my end right now. I have Daniel Tice projected for 13.2 fantasy points. So I got him for about half those minutes, 16 minutes today. I got Dustin Johnson, Ron, Patrick Reed, Matsuzama, Lee Westbrook, at Bubba, Gump, Watson. What do you think? Did Lee Westbrook make a little bit of a comeback today or something? Because he wasn't doing anything yesterday, but I saw his irons were actually playing well yesterday. It was just a short game that wasn't as well. So did Lee Westbrook make a comeback today? Because, I mean, I assumed he was going to miss the cut based on how he started out, but let's see. I don't know why this isn't popping up. Oh, all right. So West. Westwood's at +6 through 12. I mean, you're going to need Westwood to get down to +3. So he has to go 3 under over his next 6 holes. So I think Westwood's out for you, to be honest. Other than that, though, I think everybody else should be making it. What's Bubba's at -1 through 14? Yeah, I mean, you get 5 out of 6. You're not going to win anything, like take down a contest, but you should be decent. What did Dustin come back to do? Did Dustin come back to do anything? Mr. Johnson today. D. Johnson's at +3 through 12. So you need a big rally from Westwood, which I don't think will happen, and you need Dustin Johnson to not make another bogey. I mean, +3 should make it, so he can't make more than 2 bogeys over the final 6 holes. So you're about to either be in the same spot as me with only 4 guys through the cut, and then you're dead money, and you're hoping to min cash if you get some guys to win in your main lineups, or you are going to be 5 out of 6 and probably not have a chance to win it, but have a chance to, make your money back. Burger might screw me out of my 3 perfect cut lineups. Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. Starting to think they really do watch you live. I think so. I think they were just getting a lot of people tuned in on the stream. If at least 5 to 10 people went in there and they were like, damn, somebody's hitting this hard. Let's take this off. Why is there a reason? They took Indiana Center down on Prize Picks. Yeah, they did. Terrible. Sal's Patreon is not worth it. Just use Osmo, says Holding 72 bot. LOL. Hey, Sal, do you like Embiid or Jokic more today on DK? I like Embiid. I like Jokic more. Oubre, a better play than Kevin Porter for you today. Factoring in the price point, I will take Oubre, yes. Is Zubac a good play today, Sal? I think he's decent, yes. Sal, have a great night with your girlfriend. I appreciate all your help. Appreciate that, Rick. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Did Capella get ruled out yet? Not yet, but I've been projecting him out all day. The update on Capella was that he is still, after last night, he's still in a lot of pain. So, I mean, after the game last night, the coach said after the game that Clint Capella, the update, they asked for an update on him, the beat writers in the post-game Zoom meeting, and he said that Clint is still in significant pain. He's still in significant pain. So unless he slept it off, I assume Clint Capella misses again the second night of the back-to-back. Thoughts on Grayson Allen? I'm not there. I'm not on Grayson Allen. I rarely am on Grayson Allen. He's not a minutes consistent guy. You need Grayson Allen to shoot 5 of 8 or 4 of 8 from three-point range to even have a pulse for you. Now his price point is up. They have so many other guys out there, even with D'Anthony Melton out and those other guys, right? Brandon Clark now questionable today, but they still have Tyus Jones. John Conker, they're giving more minutes, and he deserves them as a pretty decent producing player. And now Killian Till is back. Yeah, they have so many guys out there. Who are you going to see tonight? Comedian. I don't want to disclose too much because then I'm not trying to get murked out here in them streets, you know what I'm saying? Awesome stuff. I almost went today without DFS, but couldn't do a day without Sal. Best guy. Appreciate that. Best guy ever. Shout out. Appreciate that. I don't think I'm the best guy ever, but hopefully you just see me as a good person. That's a start, right? That's a start. How's Monty Morris if Jamal Murray's out? I'm never on Monty Morris either. Look, a lot of people, if you're looking for some sort of value, maybe, but it's not even like he's a great value option tonight, right? Monty Morris is not dirt cheap anymore. Monty Morris right now comes in at $3,900. So, sure, he's in the 3K range. People could probably gravitate towards him a little bit if Jamal Murray is out. Right here's Denver's minutes on the screen. With my interests, Jokic my only yes, Barton my only other interest from this team. They're all just appropriately priced. Over $7,000 Porter, $8,000 Jamal, over $6,000 Aaron Gordon. They all cut into each other. One night somebody will shoot well, like Porter did a couple nights ago, and get you there, right? If Jamal Murray is out, they just have so many guards. They like to give Campazzo, he's a high energy guy, more minutes. They like to give Dozier, who's just like the coach's son almost, right? Like the way that they play him when they shouldn't. And then there's Monty Morris. So all these guys splitting 22, 24 minutes isn't that appealing to me. I got Goga this morning, says Deuce. We'd love to hear that. We'd love to hear that. How do you feel about correlating the over on Embiid and taking the over on Simmons? Yeah, I guess you can say, I think the correlation would actually be, I don't think there's any correlation there, but if you're looking for a better way to win the bet, you take the over on Embiid and the under on Simmons. Am I going to do that? No, but I don't think there's much correlation by taking the over on both of them. I see what you're saying, if the game is higher scoring, but that doesn't directly correlate to them both having more points because in the NBA, that can mean that they're off the court in a blowout, right? It could also mean that just Joel Embiid is going off. Whereas if Joel Embiid is going off, there's a lesser of a chance that somebody else can go off on his team because he's directly scoring more points, right? Directly getting more rebounds. So I'd actually take the under on another player. That's what we did yesterday, right? Yesterday we liked the over on Andre Drummond, and what that meant was the under on Montrezl Harrell looked better. But then before the game started, we went into the Discord once we got the Kyle Kuzma news, and I said, look, these are the guys that I like today. I dropped my list on my notes of the 10 guys yesterday, but then I said, all these guys excluding the Montrezl Harrell prop because now with Kuzma out, Harrell has more opportunity to play the floor alongside Drummond. That happened a little bit yesterday, but Drummond still got us there. Tonight, as it stands right now that they took the Goga prop off the board, we'll have to take that one off. As it stands right now on PrizePicks, I'll put them into Patreon again. So another perk onto joining Patreon. That's not even like an actual perk that's listed. That's just something that I do just to help people out. I've got 9 guys right now that I have plays on PrizePicks. 10 with Goga. Like I took a stance on him on the under, but now there's only 9 available. $5 super chat from John. Enjoy your evening. Thank you. A couple people sending in super chats right now. I appreciate that a ton. John the Third, appreciate you. Oubre and Kevin Porter are the same price on FanDuel, leaning more towards Porter right now. Yeah, I'm gonna take Oubre there. I like Porter. I like Porter more so the most on PrizePicks, where there's an actual edge to his price. We can pull up Golden State's minutes. Oubre, I'm going to be taking more there. So I currently have Oubre projected out for 34.1 fantasy points. Porter I have for more fantasy points, I believe. I have him at 35.2, but he's a lot more expensive. So I basically have these guys projecting out for the same amount of fantasy points, but you get a $700 price discount on Kelly Oubre. And you get to put him, I believe, still in the small forward spot, which is a massive upgrade. Did you say Vooch on the over on PrizePicks? Yeah, Vooch isn't my favorite play over there. Kevin Porter over 30 is my favorite prize pick as it stands right now. And then Vooch is just lumped into a bucket of Randall, Embiid, Jokic, and Vooch. I have them all. I have the overs by 3.5 to 4 fantasy points. So they all look very similar. Like I would probably take Embiid second, but Vooch still looks like the same. You like Impractical Jokers, Sal? Yeah, I think the show's good. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah, in college it used to be like on my TV. My roommates would watch it. It would just be on. What's the projected cut for the Masters? Yeah, they're terrible at projecting cuts, but right now, like where the cut currently stands is +3. There's 48 guys tied for +3. If it gets to a little bit more, it can move to potentially a +4, but it's probably not going to. A bunch of guys are going to have to bogey. So there's still a lot of golf to be played. There's still a lot of guys that currently have, I believe the guys who came out the latest today still have 6 or 7 holes to play. But since there's not an overwhelming amount of golfers like still in the course with a lot of holes, it looks like it's probably going to hold at +3. Looks like it'll probably hold at +3. I could probably see it moving to +2 though. I think it more so moves to +2 than +4 just based on how the course has been playing today. Seems to be playing a little bit easier, especially those par 5s. I couldn't play Teague if he was $1,000 in salary. Yeah, people hated on Teague. Here's Houston for me today. No yeses in Houston, but Kevin Porter would be my favorite play there. Sterling Brown and Avery Bradley barely hanging on in a player pool for me. They're getting close to below 5%. Any interest in a 3.3 McDaniels on Charlotte? He played 32 minutes last game. He's just, my analysis on McDaniels is I actually like him. I think they want to play him more, so it's nice that he's getting some more run. But my analysis on him is he's going to end up being a maybe for me just because of value. But McDaniels looks like a very similar play. Playing closer to the basket is nice, but a very similar play to like a Brad Wanamaker today, right? 32, 3,300, going to see low 20s in minutes. I'm not going to project McDaniels for 30-plus minutes of play in this game. So, yeah, it was nice to see him play some more minutes. I updated the projection for him and increased his minutes after I put the initial one out. But, yeah, I don't have McDaniels doing all that much, I'll be honest with you. I got him for like 18 points and change, which isn't terrible, right? He got to start, which is the big thing. He started and closed that game. So if he starts again, we might have to adjust that. In that game, he ended up scoring, I believe, 21 real-life points. So we'll see. The ownership is going to come in on McDaniels, but if he starts again, I'll probably adjust. Really, I mean, it's between him and one of the Martin brothers to start a power forward because they're just down so many bodies. Actually, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see who they start because Charlotte today is playing Milwaukee, who doesn't have a traditional center, but in that last game they played OKC, who I guess had Moses Brown, but they decided to play small. So we have to see what the starting lineup looks like because they started PJ Washington at the 5 last night. If they opt to start Zeller tonight at the 5 or Biyombo, then you're going to have McDaniels not being the starting rotation, and that's when he just plays 20 minutes at best, right? So if he's starting today, like I would choose, if McDaniels is starting in power forward today, I would choose him over Jeff Teague for sure, and I think Teague will be more highly owned. Best point guard play today on the slate as it stands right now. Best point guard play, Jeff Teague will be the chalky, low-price guy. I'm going to try and avoid that. Not many other good point guard options. I'll be honest with you. Like Steph Curry probably still looks like the best point guard option. Curry, Levine, Brogdon, if he plays, is a decent option. Obviously, Westbrook, if you want to get up there. I'd probably say Curry or Westbrook. There's not a lot of good options at the point guard spot. A lot of the value today comes pretty easily from power forward and center. We're talking about Onika. We're talking about Bobby Portis. We're talking about Middleton. So it's forward and centers, right? Brooke Lopez, Robert Williams, Kelly Oubre, Draymond, Paul George. Like, these are all my top plays. Vicha Zubac, Jokic, Carter, Wendell Carter Jr. Then you start to get to guards. Literally, That's why Jeff Green is highly owned today, because all the value and all the pay up spots are at center and power forward, or just forward in general. So lineup construction wise, everybody's landing on Jeff Teague at guard and just punting him because there's just not a lot of other spots to go. And then like the big energy optimizer will do that, right? Played Teague in one lineup out of many. Yeah, I mean, Teague is not completely out of play yet. I just want to see what more value opens up. It's a 9-game slate. It's a big slate with still 2 hours or so, over an hour and a half until lock. So like he's not completely out of play. If we get not another piece of value, like not a single piece of value opens up, then you might just have to stomach Teague because there's like no cheap guards today, right? Like the cheapest guard, if Brogdon plays at 6,800, is like your best value guard. Like it's pretty crazy that there's just no other guards on this slate that are projecting out for any type of value. Like Kobe White at $4,300 is where the optimizer is trying to get different for us, right? Like you can see right here, Kobe White makes this lineup, and I don't think it's a terrible play, but he's still $1,000 plus more than Teague. So as much as I don't want to play Teague, we have to see what happens because like just guards below $6,500 today that are in my top 30, there's like 2 or 3 of them. So you're not really finding much value in there, right? So it makes it a little bit tougher. Like you start to get outside the top 30, you have Shake Milton, you have Kevin Porter Jr., some other guys start to slowly open up for you, but not many. Marcus Smart, but not many. Devontae Graham or Kemba Walker? Give me Devontae Graham. Kobe White versus Atlanta? Yeah, I think he's a decent pivot. You see Kobe White's in this lineup right here. So this is a lineup that's got about 25% randomness, at most 2 guys from a team, so we can limit some of that Milwaukee exposure. You get the 2 obvious plays, at least on this slate, from Milwaukee and Middleton and Portis, assuming Portis starts, and then you get the upside. So this is a really good lineup. Assuming that Clint Capella's out, sure, Nico will be chalky, but Draymond Green in a really good spot, big minutes, and insane game environment, over 122 team implied total. Westbrook, who I don't think picks up as much ownership as he deserves tonight because of all the value. Like Russell Westbrook tonight, he might come in 12% owned on a 9-game slate. That's crazy for a guy who clearly has the highest ceiling on the slate and probably the highest floor and my highest median projection. So yeah, if you want to track the median projections, get up in the community on Discord, use this optimizer or anything. I'll drop the link to Patreon in the chat. Why Kobe White though? It's literally just a positional thing, right? There's no cheap guards today. It's Jeff Teague is a cheap guard option, and then Kobe White. Like it's just positionality. Does his projection look good today? It doesn't look god awful. But if you're talking about lineup construction and all of the decent pay up options today, or all the decent to mid range guys like Bobby Portis, Chris Middleton, Kelly Oubre, Draymond, like all these nice options that are in the mid range, all the way pay down options are at center today, and Goga Badeas and Onika if those guys are out. You just land on Kobe White, who doesn't look terrible. I got him for 22 fantasy points at his price point. Not terrible, but there's just not a lot of options. I'm a Patreon, went through the motions. Discord is /read only, says Kyle P. When'd you sign up? It should be all access for you. If you went through the motions of the top to get into the proper Discord, the link that's pinned up in the April post, and then you just go through the videos, you connect your account, so you make sure your account's actually connected. All Patrons have access. So you can see this post at the top right now on Patreon. If we have Porter starting again tonight, what's the over you will take? I'm not going to take the over on Prize Picks. It's already appropriately priced. But here you go, right here. So this was the post, the update for April. Right down here is the link to the Discord. And then right here is a video to help people get it linked. But also, if you are in the Discord right now and it's blank, if you just signed up, it'll take like an hour to restart. But make sure that you're using this channel as well. So this channel is open to everybody. The Sync Patreon help. This will show you step-by-step how to either that video or there's a secondary video if you're trying to get in on desktop. And that will help you get everything linked. But yeah, the second that you sign up for Patreon, everybody has access to the Discord. You just have to link it to your account so it actually knows, yes, this person has access. If that makes sense. How do you feel about DeMar and Graham, both overs on Prize Picks? Graham I'm not on, but I do have DeMar DeRozan as one of my Prize Picks. I got him over 34. I have him for 37 points today. Do you like Ja Morant tonight? He's in a player pool. Beal pivot off Westbrook. Not for me, Sean. What's going on, boss man? Hovland with the clutch. Eagle. Hovland got the evil eagle. Damn. The evil eagle. Damn. How clutch was it? Where was he at? Damn. He got an eagle on what, 15? Damn. So Hovland was +3 on the cut line, gets the eagle. I mean, he's got to blow up over the last 3 holes to not get there, though. Even today. Damn. Hovland came through for you. Middleton or Jalen? Already have 2 other bucks. Middleton. I'm late for a very important date. What value have I missed? Jeff Teague is going to be a chalky value because there's no guards to pay down for. Bobby Portis will be chalky value. Middleton will be chalky value at his price point. Yeah. Onika will be chalky value. Gogo will be chalky value if those guys are out. What are some unders on Prize Picks? No unders look good today. Normally, they don't look good for me. But sometimes there's 1 or 2 unders that look good. We liked earlier today. We liked the under on Goga, but they took that one down, sadly. Aaron Holiday punt, not for me. Best shooting guard starts today. Best shooting guard starts. Let me pull up DraftKings so I can get the exact positionality so I know I'm getting the right positions down here to help you out. Any other news break yet? We're at 5:30. I'm hoping it breaks early so I can actually update for it. No news is broke. We got Magic's lineup as always an hour and a half before lock. Those people are too good to us. Zubac or Lopez today? Give me, if I had to pick one of them, give me Zubac as a lower ownership option. Like Lopez is going to look good. They both project out for the same fantasy points for me. I think you get lower ownership on probably Brook Lopez today. Similar to lower ownership. They're basically the same play. If you need to save salary for any reason, go to the one who's cheaper. Let me actually see what Lopez's price point is now that I'm saying this. So Lopez is $100 more. Literally, that doesn't matter. So I'll give you my exact option. Tell you where they rank for me. Zubac's my number 14 overall play today. Lopez is my number 7 overall play. So Lopez is my better play. Probably be similarly owned. So assuming you don't have a lot of guys from that team already, you can go to Lopez. So what do we got? 17,000 people, 100K to first contest. All right, let's just look at the shooting guards. So shooting guard options today, Middleton's going to be your best option, also the highest owned. I think Zach LaVine, yet again, looks really good. Zach LaVine continues to go under-owned because Zubac or Vooch is now there. So Zach LaVine continues to look really good. Obviously, LeVert shooting guard only if Brogdon was to miss again. But then you're kind of scrolling, right? Like Kevin Porter Jr. shooting guard eligible. So I would say right now, Middleton, Kevin Porter Jr., and LaVine are your best options if you're looking to like pay up somewhat, right? Assuming you're not looking to pay down like below $5,000. Because you're just not going to find much below that $5,000 price range or anything at all. Like you can pump with like Patty Mills or Shake Milton, but then you're really, really struggling. McDaniels is starting now, though. We'll have to see what happens. McDaniels started one game because they played a team that didn't really have a traditional. They had Moses Brown as like the only big man on that team. No power forwards on the team, right? Like Svi Mikhailuk is like playing positionless basketball power forward on that team. So, if McDaniel starts again, then yeah, he's going to be the best paid on option. And the ownership is following it. He's going to be 30+% owned on the slate. I would prefer him to Jeff Teague, but the ownership would follow it. So we have to just see if he's starting. I'm not sold that McDaniels is going to start again. I know that they like him a lot, but if they actually start a traditional center in the game, McDaniels comes off the bench, right? You like Anderson today over Oubre? Which Anderson? Kyle Anderson? No, Oubre. How you feeling about Beal today? Not there. Thanks for your prize picks yesterday. I won $200 Ruski, says Alan. Let's go. Difference between street tacos and tacos? I'm not sure. You tell me. I'm not sure. They come in aluminum foil. They probably taste better because you're having a better experience. Hit $75. Thanks, Al. Nice, Paul. Nice. In what instances do you like Okiki? No situations tonight do I like him. Yes, that's what I mean. The over on Embiid and the under on Simmons. Sorry, speaking to text, making street tacos. Oh, somebody asked him what the difference is. There you go. $3,300 McDaniels from Charlotte. If he starts again, yes. Jokic or Embiid today? Jokic is going to be your more secure option. Embiid will definitely be your lower owned upside option. So it depends on what you're looking for. Embiid's probably going to be 5% owned today. Jokic will probably be double that. So I expect Jokic to be 2 to 3 times as owned as Embiid. On paper, if you're playing in a cash game, it's Jokic for me. The minutes are more secure. He's going to play on average 6 more minutes than Embiid tonight. Just more secure for him to score 60 points. Embiid has massive upside though. Isaiah Thomas is my last piece in my lineup. If he starts, if he comes off the bench, no for me. PJ Washington, Thad Young, or Kiki? PJ Washington. How different do I have to get in a field of 43? Different in one spot. You can basically play a cash lineup, different in one spot. Came in late. Any top prize picks? Yes, the over on Kevin Porter. Yeah, if you're just coming in right now late, prize picks, again, the sponsor of the program. I know a lot of you watching already know that. But if anybody does not, it's over under on fantasy points. Couple guys that I do like today. My favorite option is going to be Kevin Porter. The over 30 fantasy points. I have him at 35.2 fantasy points. You can use the code SAL, S-A-L. It's linked in the description. It's right there actually on the screen in green. On the screen in green. Fucking rhyme out here. Busta Rhymes with an A. Saw him in a concert one time at Firefly in Delaware like 4 or 5 years ago. Busta Rhymes, brutal. Like the worst live performer ever. Just so bad. Imagine like Busta Rhymes just rapping really fast, except in person as loud as he can and just screaming things. Just brutal. Terrible environment for that. Is Rondo in play? Not for me. Brian gives the whole line about. I don't know what he's asking for, but yeah. Would you rather Embiid and PG-13 or Jokic and LaVine? Yeah, it depends on your risk tolerance. Jokic and Embiid, again, is the safer play there, or Jokic and LaVine. Jokic and LaVine is a safer play, and LaVine will actually be lower owned. And then you have Paul George, and on the opposite side of that one will be higher owned, but Embiid will be lower owned. I think I take Jokic and LaVine. Running Trey and LaVine and value Okiki and Bateas. Yeah, you have to see what happens with Sabonis first. I would not be playing Goga if Sabonis is indeed in there. Yeah. Westbrook birdied gives us some good juju, Sal. Give us some good juju, Sal. So Westbrook had to shoot, what, 3 under in his last 6 holes? I don't think it's happening. Especially because it's like almost impossible to birdie 18. You would have to birdie it on 17. You would have to do something really special on, he already played 12, right? So you'd have to do something really special maybe on 15. So he might have just got the birdie on 15 anyway. So like I don't know what he's setting at. I'll pull it up. How do you feel? All right. Is Sabonis in a smash spot if he plays? No. Jaylen Brown with Fournier out. Jaylen Brown looks pretty good, yeah. Not great, but pretty good. What do we got? Any Bogdanovich? Price is getting up there, but production is too lately. I like Bogdanovich on SuperDraft tonight. I'll pull up Atlanta's minutes on the screen right now. So here's Atlanta's minutes on the screen. I don't really like anybody unless if Clint Capella's out, of like Anika. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And then Trae Young. Do you think my lineup is okay? Brian asks. I think it's okay, but I'm going to be honest with you, my man. I don't really like Wanamaker plus. I just don't really like Wanamaker, but I understand why you're playing him. There's no other options, and you're trying to pivot off of Teague. So I understand why you're playing him. The combination of George and Leonard is interesting. I wouldn't say it's great. Middleton, Portis, and DiVincenzo, I'm okay with that. Carter, I'm okay with. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to play one of Onika or Goga if they both play. You have to play either one of them or one of the big centers. Like, it's really hard to probably win today without one of, like, Embiid, Vooch, Jokic, Onika, or Goga if Sabonis and Capella are out. Like, it's going to be really hard for one of those guys. Either a value center is going to go off, or a PAP center will be needed in that spot instead. Like, going to Wendell Carter in this spot, although I like Carter today, maybe he plays more minutes with Ken Burch out, just makes it a little bit tougher. And I assume McDaniels is in your utility spot, which normally for me, centers and power forwards, McDaniels and power forwards, so it's okay. Yeah. Your lineup's going to be different, so I'll give you that. I just question the upside of Wanamaker, McDaniels plus George and Kawhi. On a 9-game slate, George and Kawhi is pretty tough to get you there. $3,300 Dozier from Denver if Murray is out. Those guys split all those minutes. So throwing darts at either Dozier, Campazzo, or Monty Morris, you just throw a dart and pick whichever one fits. None of them will I like, but I understand the play there. You just need a value play. Wendell Carter or Thad Young? Wendell Carter. Shy left the chat for a few. You pick up on Mo Bamba being at 25. I took the under all day. Mo Bamba being at 25 on Price Picks today? The fuck? Did they just put that up there? Mo Bamba's at over under 25. Hold on. Are they tripping? I mean, I definitely don't. I just want to make sure I'm not. Obviously, Ken Burch is now out, so I want to make sure I'm not missing minutes in my projections because there's a good chance that I don't have Mo Bamba projected for proper minutes with no Ken Burch. But let me just make sure. Because Mo Bamba 25 could be correct tonight. Let's see. Because there's no more Ken Burch on this team, so there's less center minutes. Mo Bamba 25 is not something that I'll probably take, but I have to update Mo Bamba on my end. Yeah, I'm going to have to update Mo Bamba on my end. Let me do this. I expect Mo Bamba to come off the bench, but Mo Bamba I'm going to be updating. Mo Bamba now grades out for me for 23.2 points. So, yeah, Mo Bamba is going to be somebody that I will be not taking it under on. So, no for Mo. I'm going to update the projections right now for that. With no Ken Burch, updated minutes are needed on Mo Bamba. So that's why that's there. Devincenzo at 6,000, too expensive even with freak out. Not too expensive. He's in a player pool for me. He just doesn't look special. Like, he's going to come down to shooting. He rebounds decent for a guard, but it's going to come down to shooting. Teague or Wanamaker? Teague is the better play. Teague will probably be twice his owned. Both of them look disgusting. Mo Bamba, 25 fantasy points just pop up. Do you want the under on that? No, I don't want anything on that. I got him for 23.2. So I don't want anything on that. Ken Burch is no longer on that team, so they have no other backup center to Wendell Carter. And Mo Bamba could even start. I wouldn't shock it. So Bamba updated minutes. So I think they have the proper line on Mo Bamba. You can still take the under because I lean the under, but yeah. Got the Hall of Fame subscription. Love the content. How do I access the optimizer? Says Alex Beltran. Yeah, the optimizer is attached to every single post. So if you're trying to access it for the NBA, you go into the NBA post and there's, we just got fucking kicked out of that. You try and access it for the NBA. Let's pull it up again. Trying to access the optimizer for the NBA. You go into the NBA post from today. The projections are linked to it. And then right here, NBA optimizer access information. This link right here takes you to how to access it. Same thing happens for MMA and PGA. Welcome to the Hall of Fame package. Round of applause to you. Does Daniel Tice get a look? No, not at all. Daniel Tice have for 13 fantasy points. Top 5 SuperDraft plays today. Top 5 SuperDraft plays today. So there's no top 5 in order. Like top 5 projected guys: Curry, Embiid, Towns, Middleton, and Terry Rozier. Those guys all look really good. They all have nice multipliers. I think that Steph Curry, Embiid, and Terry Rozier look extremely good. The problem with Embiid though is that so does Karl Anthony Towns. He looks really good as well, right? Vooch looks good as well. Reyna looks good as well. Guys that are going to take up center spots. Jokic looks good as well over there. So I'd say that my favorite players on SuperDraft right now are probably Curry and Rozier. Paul George is out. PG-13 is out. PG-13 is out. Alrighty, news is finally starting to break. We've been waiting all day for you, news. You're finally coming out for us. You're finally showing out. Paul George officially out. Dante DiVincenzo officially out. Brooke Lopez now doubtful. Middleton now doubtful. Blow this slate up. Pat Beverly out. Reggie Jackson questionable. Whew. Victor Oladipo going to miss 4 games. That doesn't matter tonight. Blow this slate up. The chappy popping off. It's Bobby Portis season. Yeah, no problem, Alex. Alrighty. Well, we're going to have to update the projections. Don't expect me to do that this very second because we got to update projections on like 6 different dudes. So we will have the updated projections on Patreon. But now let's pull up Milwaukee's minutes just so we can see. It's going to be the night of Thanias Antetokounmpo. So now with all this news now out, we can now take out Middleton. So I'm not gonna exclude him yet, but we're gonna give them 0 minutes because now all the fellows are out, and now it's going to be the Sam Merrill night, the Jordan Nwora night, the Thanias Antetokounmpo night. All those fellows are about to pop off tonight. Not even counting Paul George being out, right? So now it's Kawhi night. So cool. Crazy stuff. Yeah, I mean, just track the starters. I mean, if you want the basic breakdown of how this all works now, Bobby Portis is the lock of all locks that you're ever going to find, assuming that he is not going to be ruled out late and he's healthy. And then play whoever starts. Because now Milwaukee, based on what I'm seeing, Milwaukee currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bodies today, if I'm correct. And one of those guys is Kurus, who is like not playing minutes because he's hurt and contract and whatever else. So 8.5 bodies for Milwaukee tonight. So whoever starts. I'm assuming that starting you're going to be seeing Jeff Teague. You'll probably see Jeff Teague, Bobby Portis Jr., Connaughton. I don't know what they're going to do with the rest of it. Nwora and Sam Merrill, but they could also go with their only power forward left at this point. And actually, no, it'll probably be Donnie Asante. We'll have to see. It's too soon to tell. It's going to be Bobby Portis. It's going to be one of Jeff Teague or Bryn Forbes. We'll say Jeff Teague. It'll be Thanias Antetokounmpo, and the other 2 guys, your guess on who's going to be starting there. I would assume that it's not Mamadi, because Thanias will take over the power forward spot, Porter at the center spot. Jordan Nwora and Sam Merrill would make some sense, but they also have Connaughton as of right now still eligible to play. PJ Tucker ruled out. So these guys, yeah. So the slate thankfully this news just came out, so I don't got to worry about this news while I'm at a show or I won't even see it. And all my lineups are dead, and then everybody else is screaming in the Discord for me to update projections when your boy's at a comedy show. Where are you guys getting the news from? Fantasy Labs on Twitter. It is just a free source. I'll put the link in the chat. They drop all the news. Marcus Morris over 23 fantasy points now. Yeah, so by the way, if you weren't quick enough to react, you're probably not going to get there in time. But the over now you have to take the over now on Kawhi Leonard. It's probably not going to be there anymore. All the guys from Milwaukee are now gone. Like, there's no point to even try to get them. Yeah, the over on Kawhi Leonard is now at 50 points. I'm going to project him out for like 52 to 53 points. Marcus Morris, the over on 23, get that. They haven't updated the over on Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris is going to project out for me for like 26 to 27 fantasy points. So the over on Marcus Morris and the over on Kevin Porter, probably your 2 best options right now on Prize Picks. So be sure to go take advantage of those. But there's not going to be anything. They're not going to keep anything from Milwaukee up right now. They took all of Milwaukee down, which makes sense. Nothing from Milwaukee's on the screen because they're going to be updating that, and they don't even know who's probably starting on that team. Yeah, minutes from Milwaukee I'm going to update probably right after the stream is over. So in like another 8 to 10 minutes, just because I got to update 3 guys, an entire starting rotation. We won't even know the real stuff for Milwaukee until we get their lineup, which hopefully Milwaukee plays at 7 today, since I won't be able to update projections past 6:50. Milwaukee plays tonight at 9 p.m. So, probably not even going to have the lineup in time to update it properly. Oh, well. How do you feel about Kevon Looney? Never that. There's no point to play Kevon Looney now. There's no point to play any of these shit value guys like Kobe White. Like, just play whoever starts for Milwaukee. Play 2 or 3 of them. How many bucks should I play, and who do you like the most? Bobby Portis I'm going to like the most, and then whoever else starts. Is Jordan Nwora starting? Is Sam Merrill starting? Whoever else starts. They have 9 bodies, so it's not as good as when they had 8 bodies earlier this year and everybody got minutes. But whoever else starts. I'll update the minutes after the stream. Fantasy Labs, yep. Thanias is the best player in the NBA, somebody says. Yeah, Giannis' brother, if he starts. I mean, these guys are $3,000 flat, so Whoever starts. If Giannis Antetokounmpo starts at 3K flat, he'll project out for me for up to 28 to 32 fantasy points. He's obviously a smash. If Jordan Nwaba starts at $3,000 flat, he'll project for me for 30 plus fantasy points. Sam Merrill starts 30 plus fantasy points. Whoever starts at $3,000 flat, you just play 2 or 3 of them. Bobby Portis is an obvious yes still. Jeff Teague, if he starts at 3,200, he's an obvious yes now. How many guys can you play up to at this point from Milwaukee? You can play up to 4 guys. Yeah, even on a 9-game slate. When they're $3,000 flat, nothing on this slate matters anymore. Nothing on this slate matters. You just want fantasy points now. So value doesn't matter. Value, you're not going to have any issues with finding guys you want. So you play Russell Westbrook now. You play whatever other pay-up option you want to now, and you go from there. Because you're going to have access to 4 guys at $3,200 or $3,000 flat from Milwaukee that all grade out for me as fantastic plays. So just take the ones who are the highest projected in the Patreon projections when they're updated, and then just take the rest of the highest projected guys on the slate. So Russell Westbrook now becomes a priority on this slate. Why? Because we have 2 $3,000 flat guys that are going to look really good. Jokic, Steph Curry, Embiid, Kawhi Leonard. These guys now start to be, like, Kawhi Leonard is going to become a really big priority. Like, Kawhi Leonard, Westbrook lineups is probably where I would ideally start an optimal build tonight. With Kawhi Leonard now with no Paul George and Westbrook. And then you just easily fill in $3,000 value from Milwaukee. And the rest of the slate becomes pretty easy for you. Be sure to play in small field single entry 3 maxes tonight. If you're playing in the 18,000 person, $100,000 first, 33% to first place tonight, you shouldn't even play in that contest tonight because you need to play Milwaukee guys as it stands right now. There's no better value. And if you're playing in that contest, everybody's going to play Milwaukee guys. And then you're just playing against the lineups of 2v2 differences in tying with so many different people. So no point at all to play the big, massive, high entry contests tonight with a lot of people. Small field single entries, you play in contests with 200, 300, 400, 500 people. You'll feel really good with your lineups. What do you think about Drummond going to the Lakers? Amazing rebounder. Yeah, amazing rebounder. That's about it. Priority spend-up options. Yeah, Russell Westbrook, the priority. You might want to rethink the no Teague thing. Yeah, Teague now looks fantastic. In Bacon, we trust. Never that. I'm so excited tonight. He's so underrated, Donius. There we go. I knew it was Donius tonight. Could feel it, somebody says. Embiid, Vooch, DeRozan, Steph, Young, over. There you go, J. Trez. Middleton, doubtful. Yeah, all these guys are now out. Somebody says, bro, what the fuck's going on? Jaden McDermott's in here. I thought that's a McDaniels. We got an NBA player in the chat. Yeah, everybody's out from Milwaukee now. Is Levine and George good plays? Paul George has been ruled out tonight, Roberto, so you don't want to play him. I know it's hard to tell without the projections, but Antetokounmpo or Portis on SuperDraft. Yeah, I'll have to update the projections. I won't be able to tell yet. My guess is going to be Portis, but won't be able to tell yet. I'm going to update those projections in about 5 to 10 minutes after the stream. Love the stream delay. Just waiting for Sal's Bucks reaction. How long is the stream delay? What you talking about, man? I mean, I assume Max is watching from the beginning of the stream because you could just hit the live button. You'll be right with us. How many Bucks should I play and who do you like the most? Yeah, so we answered that one already. Will Merrill start tonight? No idea. We'll have to see. Last time that this happened, Sam Merrill started, Jordan Nwaba started, Giannis Antetokounmpo started. But I also think that Pat Connaughton was out that game, so Connaughton can easily start over Sam Merrill. Chris Middleton with a CH. Chris Middleton is out tonight. You don't want to be playing him, John the Third. Top 3 Milwaukee starters besides Portis tonight. We'll have to see who starts. Yeah, so there's no way to give an accurate representation on who you like from Milwaukee tonight without a starting lineup. There's just no way. Like Bobby Portis, unless they rule him out, is going to play tonight. But, I mean, Jeff Teague will look really good. But if Giannis Antetokounmpo starts, I like him more. If Jordan Nwaba starts, I like him more, right? So Jordan Nwaba and Giannis Antetokounmpo are going to be the best point per minute producers. Mamadou will also be a good point per minute producer, but I think they'll start Giannis over him. So we'll have to see. Yeah. The best point per minute producers on this team, not your obvious Bobby Portis answer, are going to probably be Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jordan Nwaba, and Mamadou. So whoever starts there. I'm going to have a lot of interest in Jordan Nwaba and Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight, as will many people. Just have to see them starting. Those will be my 2 favorite options. But nothing against Sam Merrill if he starts, going to him. If Jeff Teague starts, going to him. I assume Jeff Teague starts at this point. So yeah, you're probably going to have 3 to 4, probably 3 very strong $3,000 plays tonight. And those options are going to be Jeff Teague, and then whoever starts out of Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jordan Nwaba, and Sam Merrill. And 2 of those guys are probably going to start. Connaughton played that game off the bench. All right, good to know. Thank you. Prize picks today. Yeah, hopefully you got the over on Marcus Morris with Paul George now out. I don't know if they updated it, but the over on Marcus Morris, 23. The over on 30 is probably your best play in the board on Kevin Porter. Marcus Morris is still at 23. So Marcus Morris and Kevin Porter right next to each other on Prize Picks makes it really easy for you. Those are probably my 2 favorite plays right now, but a bunch of centers look good. We talked about Prize Picks about 10 minutes, a couple times during the stream if you want to go back and check those out. What about Devincenzo? He's ruled out tonight. I think his name is pronounced closer to Thanos. Thanosis? Is that how it's pronounced? It's not Than. Yeah, I guess I'm just saying it however I want. Thanius. It's definitely not Thanius. I'll have to hear it out loud. Somebody sent me a video of somebody saying it. I love how I'll pronounce it Thanius. Yeah, Thanius Antetokounmpo. I mean, we got Giannis and Thanius. I'm going to say it. Was Devincenzo ruled out too? Yes. Devincenzo is also ruled out. Also, keep in mind, Brook Lopez and Middleton are not yet ruled out officially, but they are doubtful. Man with no PG and maybe Reggie. Yeah, they'll look better. They'll definitely look better. Does this Bucks news make anybody on Charlotte look better? Yes. Yeah, all that will be updated in a minute. Your boy's going to hop off the stream. Thanasis. All right, so that sounds a lot better. I'll never remember that, though. He's making an Avengers joke. Am I? I think I've seen one of the Avengers. When the optimizer get updated on players ruled out, the optimizer will get updated when I update the projections. They get updated the second I update the Patreon projections. Also, keep in mind, I posted it this morning, so nobody's caught off guard. I will not have access to update projections from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. tonight, which is 2 hours, which is going to probably have a lot of news in there. So just keep that in mind before you go into anything. Because I will not have access to this. I literally have to hand this over to the people, the security guards at the door when I walk in. Is Aaron Rodgers in play with so many guys out? Yes, definitely. Overlay City on SuperDraft in there, fellas. Yeah, let's check it out. I mean, SuperDraft doesn't start till later. SuperDraft is running a later contest per usual, working on the weekend like usual. So SuperDraft's contest tonight for the NBA. It's probably going to be a lot of overlay because it's cut day in the NFL or cut day in the Masters. So SuperDraft starts in 2 hours, but still, yeah, as always, there's a link in the description to go sign up for SuperDraft and play over there. It's only 23% filled. Yesterday, it filled at like 60-something%. If you enter a lineup into SuperDraft tonight, you're probably automatically beating a third of the field, 30% of the field, just by entering a lineup, maybe even 35% because it's not filling. So, yeah, just with the Masters going on, a lot of these contests, normally they don't fill, but they're definitely not going to fill now. Let's be honest, Thanios sounds way cooler. It really does. I don't even know what the other one already was. Sal, my bro, what's up, boss man? No, the Thanios guy. Yeah, Thanios, yeah. How many bucks in one lineup? 3 to 4. Do give out your full slate? I don't know what that means, my man. It's pronounced Tanasis. Tanasis? That's a really cool name, if so. Enjoy the comedy show. Thanks for your help. Yeah, Karis LeVert or Beal if I already have Westbrook. I don't want anything to do with Karis LeVert if Brogdon and Sabonis are in, which will just be even more chaotic news on this slate. Sabonis and Brogdon game time decisions. I mean, the answer is Beal if you can fit him in there, but that's a big difference. Do you give out your full slate? I don't know what that means. Like, do I give out full lineups? No, that doesn't help anybody. Me just like making a lineup doesn't help anybody. Lineup, I don't play cash, so no. And then lineups for GPPs matter on total lineup ownership for your specific contest. How many people are in that contest? What's the payout structure? Yeah. So no. If you ever find a service that is making you pay for lineups, just know that they're scamming you and just sign off. You should be given tools, analysis, and a community if you want to bounce ideas off of, right? Feedback loops, but tools and analysis, and that's like the most part of it, right? The second people start hand feeding you a lineup, they're scamming you. They're making you pay for something that they can't personally take that lineup and guarantee you anything from it. What I can guarantee you from tools and analysis is that if you don't have tools and analysis and you go in there blind, you will have a smaller chance of winning than the people who are patrons right now because they have projections, rankings, things that are updated, top plays, an optimizer that optimizes your lineup, that type of stuff. Ta, not Tha. But we're going to keep it Thanios. We're keeping it Thanios. He's our man. Trae Young on Prize Picks tonight? Slightly. But there's better options now. All right, everybody. I'm going to bounce. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be updating the projections shortly over on Patreon for all the news that just broke. I'll see you all in the next one. Enjoy. The weekend is here. MMA content tomorrow. Best of luck on the Masters in the weekend. Your boy only got 4 out of 6 through, it seems, so in my main lineup, so that stinks. But, yeah, best of luck tonight. Lots of crazy news. Be sure to sign up to Patreon for the updates on the Milwaukee guys. Hopefully we can get their lineup soon because I ain't going to be around too much longer. Peace out, everybody. See you in the next one.